Swami Vishnu-devananda gives a talk on meditations and mantras at the Sivananda Yoga Camp in Val Morin, Canada, 1982.
That word is not physical sound, we already know now. Sound means the thought spectrum. The highest thought spectrum is called para. That's called the original word. Original sound, original word. Everything in this universe exists originally in the form of waves or energy. These are all just words again. We cannot understand what that original sound, because that original sound there's no one to hear. There are no other objects. That original sound represents I am. If I am, what is there? If I am, then what is there? There is no object. It's only I am. So this I am, that's a pure absolute consciousness. You can call it the highest sound or para. Then this is further brought down to its velocity. At that time it becomes Pashyanti. The second means it is converted into or reduced to a low frequency. Literally Pashyanti means visible. This particular energy is possible to perceive, because there is a perceiver and perceived, subject and the object. I and opposite to I and this, I and this, this. I mean not this, that consciousness, and this is this. This is this. So two things. So Pashyanti state, the original sound, the cosmic sound, is split like the rays of the sun. When it is split through a prism, you can see the different colors. Split. In the original state, it is pure white. You cannot see the colors anymore. So the color is possible only when it splits into its different components or different wavelengths. So when the original sound is being brought down to lower frequency through the power of mind, cosmic mind or individual mind, cosmic mind, then that energy is visible, not physically. That is the language called telepathic language. Communication by the telepathy. If I want to transmit my thought to another person, I will be the transmitter and the other person will be the receiver. So first we both tune, completely relax and calm the mind and shut off the vrittis, unnecessary vrittis, and to a certain extent you bring the mind to, from the Kshipta state to Vikshipta. What is Vikshipta? Gathering. And then bring up at least to Ekagrata, a small amount, some percentage. When both get this little Ekagrata state without much oscillation, then in that state I visualize a rose flower. First I see a thought comes into my mind, in para state, there's a flower. Means there is no one to see or hear or express this energy. This particular vritti exists in the highest state. I can't even describe, because I am the only person there to be aware of something is taking place. And I want to find out what is that, because the duality comes then. From that non-dual state, subjective state, I want to find out what it is that becomes dual. And the duality, the name and form can be distinguished. Every object has got a name and every name has got a form. If you think of an apple, the form of the apple comes to you. And if you merely think of the form of the apple without its name, you won't have any reactions, you won't understand what that form is. So you have to translate that form through a particular wavelength, call it sound or language. So name and form are interrelated. If there is, then I see a rose flower, para state, the name and form, the highest state, the name and form are one. You can't distinguish which is which. It's only pure energy, or pure absolute non-dual awareness. Suddenly when that has been converted into a lower frequency, subject, object, name and form comes there. There is I am, and this or the object now has got a name and form. So I saw that energy, still it has no physical language, has not formed. It's a telepathic language, original language. And I transmit that thought in that state without having any name or form, and the receiving mind, suddenly gets an impression of my thought, both in the original state, telepathic state, and then he retranslates, oh yes, that is a rose flower. The simple example of how the telepathy works. The language of the telepathy is original language. We all original language. Before the spoken language comes, this is called telepathic language. For example, a French Quebecois and an English Canadian, Catholic, a Protestant, a Jew, and a Hindu, and a Swami, and a rabbi, and a priest, they went to heaven. And what language they speak there? Hebrew, Jewish. I will speak Sanskrit because I am a Swami. And the rabbi will say, no, I will speak Hebrew. And the priest will say, no, I will speak in Latin. So that means we have to communicate in different languages in the heaven, and which is the national language of the heaven? Which is the national language? See, if there is a communication there, that is called the telepathic language. Before the language forms into any verbal language like Hebrew, Sanskrit, etc., the language exists because that's the part nature of the mind to think. Nature of the mind is to think. And the thinking process is converted into further low category, then it becomes a spoken language. So the second stage, the Pashyandi stage, it is called visual, because telepathic language is visualization. I transmit by concentrating and receiving also by concentration. So mere thought transference. But language or the thought doesn't stay even in this stage. It's been further condensed down to a mental spoken language. So I saw the rose flower. First I could not distinguish what it is, an energy coming. The energy has been further condensed, translated, become Pashyandi. You say, oh yes, it's the flower. But I can't make any language except it's only telepathic. The name and form I can. So then comes the third stage. Yes, it is a rose flower. I am going to offer this rose flower to Lord Krishna. So now I want to tell and pray to Lord. Oh Lord, I am going to offer this flower to you. And I prayed. You understood. Oh yes, Swami is telling that he is offering a rose flower to Lord Krishna. But how did you understand that? The reverse process. So, Pashyandi state becomes the Madhyama, the mental language. Mental language I converted into a spoken language. Now, from here to here, Madhyama to Vaikari, I got my natural mother tongue. From Madhyama, from Pashyandi to Madhyama, you always translate to your natural spoken language, not necessarily natural mother tongue, but you translate to your natural speaking language in your day-to-day life. And then in this fourth state, Vaikari, you may use the same way, the thinking language and spoken language will be the same, or it can be different. For example, my mother tongue is Malayalam. When I first start speaking English, I had to think everything in which language, and then I convert into English. That's a little tedious. Just like our translators are there doing. They hear my words, but they are speaking another spoken language. And when those people hear with their earphone, they are not hearing my original voice to understand. It's been reconstructed to another sound vibration. An example is, I went to India now, few months ago or last year. I want to communicate to my people in my mother tongue, which I was born and brought up. What happened? First of all, I think in English, and then I will translate into Malayalam. And many times you won't find any words, because long time I didn't speak. So the Vaikari is of my mother tongue, which I used to speak fluently, is gone. Originally, opposite was the case. I had to think in Malayalam, and to bring into English, it is a very tedious process. Now I am talking to you all. Am I translating first? I am thinking in Malayalam and trying to translate in English. It is direct. So both the mental language and the spoken language are same. But if I am going to translate, like she is going to translate French, so I am translating that. What did he say? Parlez-vous français? Très bien, merci. Bonjour, bienvenue, au revoir. ¿Cómo está? Adiós. Well, when I say kamasa or kamasava, first how do I think? First I think in English, and then, oh yes, I must find out, I must ask them, how are you? So I know that they won't understand my English, so I said, oh, kama, how are you? Kamasa, kamasa. And then when I hear the sound, even when I speak, if I want to understand what I spoke, I have to again think of the same English. Oh, yes. I talk, not kamasa, I talk, how are you? And when you receive the same now, I said, how are you? You heard that sound, you reverse the process. You heard my spoken language and translate it into mental language. That means reverse process, high frequency, and from there you send it to Pashyanti. Well, Swami is asking, how are you? Well, that is, yes. Then suddenly you saw, I must be alright. Or I am not. I am not alright. I am sick. So, oh, I am not well. So before you can say that I am well, I am not well, it must go into the Pashyanti visual state and visualize yourself, your present condition in the telepathic state, and then go to para state, an energy created, and then everything reverses back. Then you understood what reply you must give, you come back again and then repeat that word, I am alright, I am not alright. This is called language or sound, nutshell. So sound manifests in 4 stages. Highest para, where names and forms are one, it cannot be separated. Second stage, there is a difference between name and form, but still there is no language. You can only see and perceive. Language is not formed, but direct experience. It's called telepathic language. And the third stage is converted further into another frequency and a mental language which we are accustomed to speak. And then I want to communicate what I think. That mental image, that language I placed before. Rose flower. When I said rose flower, again a flower came into your mind. When you saw the flower Pashyanti, if you didn't see that flower, you will have no meaning for that word. So again you translate. So this way the language goes back and forth. Now in a repetition, what is a mantra then means? The purpose is, as I already explained, the tuning. To tune our mind to that original sound. The original sound is, in the beginning there was word, the word was with, the word is God. So what is that word? So if we can hear that in the para state, it is ultimate spirit or God. When that is translated further in the Pashyanti, you see that infinite energy of the Supreme. Then when it comes to last Madhyama state, third Madhyama state, UFO, yes, that is called God. In English you call it God. In Bhagavan, if I am thinking in my Sanskrit, I call it Bhagavan, or that is Om or Krishna. And that, because there is no other word we can give a common language, is A, U, M. All language is there, all vibrations are there. So it must be a combination of all the things what we can create through our vocal cords. That is the Madhyama state, the mental language. So that para, highest sound, when it's translated through the vocal mental language, it appears to be Om. And then you create that sound through your vocal cord, Om. A plus U becomes O, Om. That's original sound. The purpose of a mantra is to unite with this original sound, or God. Vedantins call this original sound as what? Vedantins, Jnana Yogis call this original sound as what? What? I am. I am. So Om and I am are one and the same. Raja Yogins call this original sound as Purusha. And how do you find this Purusha? By stopping the vrittis. How do you stop the vrittis? You know all the techniques. That means only one vritti is allowed to rise and rise to fall. So if you are thinking of Om, Om is going up, Om is, so next vritti also will be Om. Or if you are meditating on a light, on a chakra, you see the chakra form arising and dissolving. Again, and the same chakra goes up and down, same form, same color, same vision, same sound. So, one vritti. At that time, when there is no modification and the mind stays in one vritti, the Raja Sutta says, Sada Drishtu. What is the second? Sada Drishtu? Forgotten? Second aphorism? Yes, by heart. Four aphorisms by heart. Sada Surube Avasthanam. Go back into your book, you'll find out. Sada Drishtu Surube Avasthanam. At that time, Drishtu, the perceiver, rests in the self, in the nature. So that is, in the Bhakti Yoga, through absolute surrender, he merged his individual ego. He sees only his Lord everywhere, in everything. He doesn't see he is separate now anymore. He loses his idea that I am separate from the God, my Lord. I am and my Lord are one and the. So there is self-surrender and merging. Now, mantra yoga, what do you use? What do you use? When you repeat a mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, you are repeating first Vaigari, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, then you go to Madhyama, mental, Om Namah Shivaya. So physically repeating, I am Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah, mentally I am repeating. And then that slowly its intensity will increase as you start repeating mentally. That's why mental is more powerful than the verbal. First you start verbal, then you go to mental, and the mind starts concentrating now. As the concentration increases, Om Namah Shivaya, inhalation, Om Namah Shivaya, exhalation. Om Namah Shivaya going up, vritti, Om Namah Shivaya down, vritti. So that's all. They didn't say Chitta Vritti Nirodha, but what are they saying? You concentrate on one. So what is happening? You are stopping the vrittis. They did not say the vrittis, they said concentration on sound. That's all it is. But the purpose is the same, because sound is produced by the thought, and thought produced is in the where is thought? That is so you in the study Chitta Vritti Nirodham, you just focus your mind and on one sound, like Om Namah Shivaya or mantra. Same thing. So they did not say it is Chitta Vritti Nirodham, it's called Japa, you call it. Well, Japa is easy than controlling the Chitta Vritti, because for that controlling the Vritti, you need more strength, so you have to do pranayama. Here instead of doing pranayama, what they are given? There, Rajyogins control prana to control the thought beings. So, Japa Yogis, what they do? They use a rosary. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. So it arrests the mind. And slowly the tuning takes place. From that to the good Pashyandi, you start visualizing that energy. No more you are repeating even. You do not know what you are repeating. It is a telepathic state. At that state, you see, if you are repeating Om Namah Shivaya, you see the manifestation of that energy in the form of Shiva. And then eventually you are observing or seeing the Shiva or Krishna's form. Then it goes to the para state. In the para state, there is neither name or form. Both merged. You are only aware of that absolute blissful state of your consciousness. So that's the purpose of the mantra tuning. And now, why there are different mantras then? It is just like why there are different foods. Why there are different types of foods? To suit different tongues, different temperaments and tastes. So we got different types of, some more saltish, some more sour, some more sweet, and so on, and in between every taste. Same way. But the purpose of this man, what taste, what type of food you take, what type of food you like, the purpose is to appease your hunger and bring nourishment to your body. You know all that. Is it not by this time? So that you can have your excretion of carbon dioxide and water and nitrogenous waste, which you already learned. But doesn't matter what you food, what type of food you take, the basic food components for the use of the body is, what are the three in organic food? Carbohydrates, protein. So I like milk, you like hot dog. But that's same thing. I like rice, you like wheat. What's the difference? Carbohydrate. I make the rice in 300 different ways. Actually, when you take the fish, first the rice is brought, you can have first sambar, as a vegetable at that. And then that is finished, they bring again rice, and then they need rasam, a kind of soup, or I don't know how to translate that. It's something like that. So that's a different taste. It's a little bit like a pepper water. It is a pepper water. Oh yes, that is with lots of tamarind. Oh yes, that is. So from the mild vegetable with lots of curries, you can intense. Now your tongue wants something more intense. So they brought the second rice and poured little bit of rasam. The taste of the rice is changed now. It's more tamarind and saltish and hot, more pepper too. Now, third, they put buttermilk with the rice and buttermilk. The taste is changed with lot of salt. It's a different taste. The same rice. So three changes took place. By that time my stomach is not only filled up, it is up to here. Now to top it over, a rice pudding. That's right. That is sweet. That's called, we call it a payasam or a milk. So now 4 types of rice we took. But doesn't matter whether you take the rice in the form of with the tamarind water or with the vegetable soup or are added to the milk pudding, etc., the body only knows it as what? Carbohydrate. And it converts into glycogen, glucose. You already know about all that, is it not? So that's all. But why then there are different various types of tastes and colors added? But that taste and colors is not going to give any kind of nourishment to the body. Body gets nourishment because directly from not the tamarind water, not that sugar, etc. is giving any energy for the body. Because it's got salt, it's got some other effect, but not directly. Same thing, the purpose of taking different mantras, all mantras are coming from the same soul. All carbohydrates made up of what? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. What's the proportion? Don't forget it even stream. C6H12O6. Latest known. But in the liver, the carbohydrate. Thank you. But whether it is in the form of glycogen in the liver, or whether it's in the form of glucose in the blood or muscles, or whether it's in the form of carbohydrate in the mouth, it's all C6H12O6 or C6H10 or O5. Yes.
Can an enlightened person have a conversation with God?
That's called duality. In the Samprajnana Samadhi, he sees God as independent and separate from him. That is the Samadhi with seed. In that state, he speaks, he communicates, he talks like Arjuna or Yashoda and others. Gopis, they communicated to Krishna, and so also Maharshis, they communicated to Lord Rama. Yes, in that state, that's communication. Receive messages back. Yes, because who is giving the message? Yourself. But you see that yourself as separate from you. That's called duality. Yeah. You are talking to yourself.
It's a serious question in law because that's one of the tests for insanity.
All yogis are insane because they talk to themselves. You see? They don't talk to God outside. They think, I am talking to me. That means if you talk to yourself, people will think that you are crazy.
If somebody does something against the man-made laws and says, I did it because God directed me to do it.
No, that is not the God we are talking. That is hallucination. Hallucination of the mind. God talked to me last night. You're laughing. Yes, God talked to me last night. He came in the form of a raccoon and knocked on my door. He didn't say that. He just came to the door and opened suddenly. He is just about to rush inside, pushing me in. So I just closed the door against the God, so that God won't come inside me. Anyhow, I don't want to do any disrespect to the God, so I took some 2 cookies from the cookie jar and gave him and a banana. And then I came for meditation, and suddenly God came here, just on the front of the door. It was here. He was waiting here. He was going to the garbage in front of the door here. I thought he was really like E.T. He got the capacity to just come to my house and then knock and get for the thing. And next minute I came here and I saw him here. It's a real,
I think they're 15 records.
But this is with the collar. This is not the 15 raccoon you are talking. The one with the collar, is only one raccoon has got a collar, not all 15 raccoons. And other raccoons won't come and they will run away if they see you. This one has got no fear of human being because it must be brought up by somebody when they were small and then just let loose. But still he has got the collar. That's why how I got first of all. I came, he's a tamed one, you see. You beat him, other raccoons will run away. This will put his hand on the hand on the hand. Don't beat me. You can see, if you find him, you try to beat him, you say. It's a funny one. So, God came in the form of a raccoon, and he asked me to do this and do that, and he told teachers trainees, make everyone should worship only Krishna. And you all must wear like Krishna, and put on crown like Krishna, and then talk in Sanskrit. That's what God said.
When people are in serious distress, like in a life boat or a wreck, they pray for help from
To whom? Pray to whom?
They pray to God.
Where is he?
They don't know. They just pray for help. When they're on the foxholes in the war.
I know that all when they pray, I know, but that's not I'm worried. Of course, they all pray. When you are in distress, they always pray. But to whom are you praying? You said God, but where is he? I don't know. But then he must be hearing your prayer. Suppose your prayer was not heard, then what? What will happen to his faith? Suppose your client, many of your clients praying before the case, and you could not win their case. Your client now starts scolding God. How come you didn't hear my prayer? So God said, because you did not give sufficient money to hear your prayer. If you had given me $10,000, then I would have heard your prayer. Because you just prayed, but you didn't give me anything in return. Can you blame God for giving or for not giving? So if you get benefit from the prayer, or if the prayer has been answered, who is responsible?
It depends. There are people who are holy men. And when they pray, it's different than when a common...
Wait. Who is a holy man? Well, gold, have you seen a holy man?
You're a holy man.
I got lots of holes.
Ask anybody here.
I am not a holy man, I am hollow man. H-M. Okay. Holiness does not mean something supernatural. Everyone is holy. There's no one is impure. Your prayer is answering from within your own self when you are tuning. The purpose of prayer is, when you do the prayer, what are you saying? Oh God, I am helpless. I want your help. That is only when you are in distress. And next day, I got $20,000. I never pray again to God because I got $20,000. I can do anything I want. Or I got $20 million. Now what? Forget about God. I can buy all the lawyers to defend me. I can get all the doctors to come and treat me. So if I am distressed, if I have fever, if I have pain, suddenly what I will do? I will call the best doctor because I got money. No more I pray for God to help me. And if I have got legal problems, I won't call Mr. Gold. I'll call what is his name? Because I can afford to hire him. He will do anything. He will do anything because I am paying, so he is my servant. See how much powerful I can even make that lawyer to obey he is going to defend me now. And so that doctor is going to treat me. And that insurance company is going to insure me. If I die, I get $25 million. If I live, I'll give him $20 million for insurance. If I die, he'll give me 25 million. So I am quite happy and confident now. That's what happened to. Just look at that. Lebanese Prime Minister. He was quite the elected president. He's quite young. He's only about 35 or something. He was very top. Just in 10 days, he is going to be actual president of the Lebanon. What happened? Look at that, the great princess of Kelly. She's only 52. She has got all the money, all the power and everything. Well, just a break took her life, and the car she was driving became her death trap. Only when you are in that death trap, you suppose you caught in the car accident, but when she was driving on the coastal, did she ever think of the God? So you expect God to come at your beck and call when you are in trouble, and when you don't need it, you don't even care about Him as existence. So most of the people pray to God is not prayer. It is because they are helpless. They say, maybe if I pray at this moment, the God will come. Like the two convicts about to be hanged, and both of them never went to any church or synagogue or anything, but both were condemned to die, and within 15 minutes they will be taken from their cells to be hanged. So the one convict said to another, let us pray, because we are just going to be hanged. So the second, I never went to church. I don't know how to pray, because I never prayed in my life. I never went to church. I don't know how to pray. I don't know what kind of prayer. So the other convict said, yes, I know that prayer. Of course, I also did not go to church, but I used to live nearby a church, and I used to hear certain sound, what they make there. I know the prayer by heart now. Okay, now let's sit. So they both kneeled down, and the second convict who heard that from his house always hear that, and okay, 1, 2, 3, bingo. That's the only thing he heard from the church people. He thinks coming for the pray. They thought this is the prayer. He thought 1, 2, 3, bingo. And so they prayed. Maybe God came and helped them also. They got tremendous peace because they did prayer. The mantra is 1, 2, 3, bingo. They thought it must be some kind of Latin language or something like that, you see. So, and they had tremendous peace before they died.
Why would a man like Sivananda pray?
No one prays to nobody. But you must understand, the purpose of the prayer is to break your ego. That's all the whole purpose. So when I come and prostrate before each time there, what I'm doing for you? Oh Lord, don't give me that idea I'm going to teach these poor stupid people. Oh God, you gave me an opportunity to teach. Give me strength without ego to do this duty. And whom I am going to teach? To you. You are all here. So I prostrate before. I did not just prostrate there. You won't see that I am prostrated. What I am not trying to act as a teacher or everything. This is what I do. The purpose is to break this ego, and that only one God shines equally in all. So the distress is one type of devotion which you heard in the Bhakti Yoga. There are 4 types of devotees who worship me. One is people who are distressed under distress condition. Others who have no place to go and they come to me and they pray. Others want wealth and money. They are very poor, so they pray to me. But the highest devotee never asks anything. He loves it. So the 4 different types of worshippers are there. You are talking about the lowest type of worshippers who prays for wealth, money, or in distress. Eventually they will change. In the beginning, that's only they can understand. God must be some kind of a father to protect you when you need it. When you don't need it, you don't even write a letter to your father or mother. But when you need money, well, how are you, mommy and daddy? Please send $50. So, same thing. Just like children write for parents only when they want money. Same thing, we are also just, there are the less evolved souls. And so there's nothing wrong in praying. The purpose of that prayer is so that they know they are humble. They thought they are very great. But when the distress came and painful condition came and there's no one to help, they know their own strength and money has got no meaning. So look into that. The purpose is to break the ego, and God and nature will make you to break this ego somehow or other. The moment you think I am great, you will see next day there is some big punishment is waiting for you. Because I am great. Who is great? Finish. That. So this was distress and this painful condition is to put you back into the line. So the Master Sivananda prayer is called Sausage prayer. What's the prayer he wrote? It's called universal prayer. We repeat every day. O adorable Lord of mercy and love, salutations and prostrations unto thee. Thou art omnipresent, omnipotent, and thou art Satchidananda. Thou art existence, bliss, and knowledge absolute. Thou art the indweller of all beings. He did not say that God, you are somewhere up in the Vaikuntha. He said, thou art the indweller of. Then let us, what else? Before that. Grant us an understanding heart, equal vision, balanced mind, faith, devotion, and wisdom. Grant us inner spiritual strength to resist temptations and to control the mind. Because I am helpless to control this mind. Wisdom. Then, free us from egoism, lust, anger, hatred, jealousy, envy, and fear. Then, fill our heart with divine virtues. Let us behold thee in all these names and forms. Let us not only see there. He said, let us see you in all names and forms. Then, let us serve thee in all these names and forms. There is no other place I can serve you, but you are here. So, you came here. So, what I am thinking is the greatest honor God has given me to serve you. I am serving not you. This only way I can worship and show my devotion in actual life. What else I can do? I can't give you any money or charity. I got nothing else. But some knowledge. And so God is using me, this body. So I am quite honored, oh Lord, you gave me this opportunity to teach these people. And I am not teaching anybody, I am teaching you. And yet you gave me the honor to make me to sit here. So I am serving you. So let us serve thee in all these names and forms. Then let us ever remember it all the time, not once. So when I come here before I sit here, before I even come from my house, I prostrate before in my altar. Because from that onwards, not only even before that, even when I do my asanas, I continuously repeat my mantra. You may not even know. First time I'm telling this truth. When I'm not talking, Each breath I take, I repeat my mantra. In exhalation, inhalation. I never stop. Plus, because I never I told anybody. I always fold my tongue when I am not talking. I always keep my tongue folded. This gave me strength as well as concentration all the time. So what I am trying to learn in my life is I can easily stand on my head for hours. But if I forget that, I can stand 3 hours on the head. That is an ego. I am doing 24 hours of pranayama. So it's very difficult. We can do all this pranayama, asanas, bandhas, mudras. But to break the ego is very difficult. So each time you must remind your mind, don't forget you are just only an insignificant person. Today I am sitting here. Tomorrow suddenly Maya can pull me down and go to the bottom. Everything will disappear. I can be a drunkard and alcoholic too if I want tomorrow. It can happen. I got no way to know what I am going to do tomorrow. I don't have any understanding. Today I know that somehow I can sit and talk to you. But what guarantee is there? Tomorrow I can just be washed away and brought to the bottom. I have never even slightest strength to say that I can stay in the spiritual path all my life. So far I am able to stay. But tomorrow I do not know. Whatever I am teaching you, I will not be able to practice, nor I will believe it. I throw everything and just go back to the bottom. That also in his hands, we do not. So every time you break that ego, that's the purpose of it. So Master Sivananda's prayer is not like, oh God, grant me this, grant me that money, give me strength, let me have a victory over that person, let me be bigger than that Swami. What he is talking? Just remove this ego and let us serve you in all. Nothing personal gain he asks. That's called universal prayer. We are repeating everything. That's called Swatik prayer. Rajasic prayer, a king prays, oh God, give me this, let me beat my enemies, and you are my sole protector. I prostrate before you. Why? You are my sole protector and you are Lord, and you must protect me. Why? Because I am going to fight my enemy, and please destroy my enemies. Let me have victory over my enemies. That's called prayer. Well, at least you do something. Still you know that you don't have the power. So you start with the prayer in that way too. And so the other king also knows he is going to fight this king. He also prays to God, God, destroy my enemies. Let me come victorious. So when the British won the war, in the World War II, of course all the Allies won, but there was a victory parade. And Germans, if we have won, victory parade will be by Germans say God helped us. Now British say that God helped us. So Jewish people say the God helped. And Muslims say no, God helped only that we are Muslims. We worship Allah. That is not prayer. No. Anyhow, that's the beginning stage. You see. So Sivananda's prayer is not like that. That's the universal prayer. He wrote the prayer, what we are repeating every day. So if you understand that, you understand prayer. Okay, now where are we? So the mantra. Mantra is then spoken in 3 stages. Para, Pashanti, Madhyama and Vaikari. The beginner repeats the mantra and tunes to that vibration to the Vaikari. Like a beginner in Raja Yoga tries to control the vrittis through asana. And then when you go to Madhyama state, then he is like the pranayama type, because he has to regulate that's all the pratyahara. Raja Yoga and the pratyahara and pranayama of the Hatha Yoga is both combined, because you inhale Om Namah Shivaya, exhale or Hari Om. Inhale Hari or exhale or Soham, Ajaba Jaba. Soham, so inhale Ham, Soham. So he is doing both pranayama, revelation of the prana as well as the mantra. That's called. And then when that becomes perfect, he actually loses the body consciousness and only see that form. Though there is no physical awareness, but he knows I am and my devotee, my Lord is there. And then that division also merges and reaches the para state. Subject, object merges, devotee. So that's called Japa Yoga in nutshell. You got that clearly? Why mantra is repeated? Now why different mantras? That is different type of food gives you a different type of health, temperament, different taste. Same different deities or manifestations like Krishna, Rama, Saraswati, Shiva, etc. They are not different, they are one and the same. Just like water is H2O, which stage it is, whether steam stage or water stage or ice stage or snow stage is all H2O. So the one God is the same. But you can worship him as H2 stage as ice, solid ice, or you can use it as snow, puffy, powdery, or you can worship as liquid, water, or you can like as steam. People who worship the God as steam, as an example, like Jnana Yogin, because steam has got no form. You can't see where the H2O, you can't even touch and feel it. You have to only intellectually understand there is steam and there is water is where slowly from the lake, you look at the lake early morning, you can see a visible mist. What the mist is? Condensed water vapor. And as the sun becomes hotter, what happens? You don't see anymore. What happened to the mist? Is it disappeared? It has gone up and dispersed because of the heat. So you can't see it even. So Jnana Yogi meditation on the God is like meditation on the steam, though there is no form. But a Raja Yogi has got more concrete because he can see his mind as a wave, and that's like water. Now H2O is more liquid, it flows down. So he can say, yes, water, wave. So that is Raja Yoga method. And Bhakti Yoga method is like snow or ice. It is very solid and cold. And this more concrete experience of the divinity in the form of solid, same H2O now, you can see, feel, touch, cold, and you can break your head also. In the water stage, you can't do that. Now you can break your head. Or in the snow stage, you can slowly may sail like a, you can see how you ski down. So anyhow, whichever the position you do, the H2O is the same. So God is the same. Different yogis, they see something as I am self, others see in other paths, but these are all only techniques, but the God will never change. So the same God can appear as Krishna, as Rama, or Shiva, or Jesus, or Moses, or Muhammad, or Allah, or any form you meditate, the same God takes that form. The same water is not only H2O. When you drink, I call it, when I drink, this is what is that. But others, when they drink, they don't call it water, they call it, no, Coca-Cola. But the purpose of drinking Coca-Cola is what? Is to quench I get a quench the thirst by drinking direct H2O. He has to put little bit of sugar and flavor and little caffeine. Others take little Coca-Cola or 7-Up or whatever it is. Same, the God is one, H2O, but some people cannot take the H2O in the purest form. So they must add little bit of color, sugar and taste. And so they take a taste which is suitable to their mind relationship. So Shiva taste is right. Or Krishna taste is right. Or Rama taste is right. So they, according to their mental relationship, they put a particular taste and color. Yet God has got no quality, but He takes all the quality just to please you. Let's say the manifestation of Lord. That's how you choose a mantra and a particular deity. You got that clearly? Okay. Now why mantras coming different? But all mantras coming from the same source, all energy is the same H2O. Now, take that further please. We'll finish it off now. Here's the page number. Okay. There are 45. There are different types of mantra. Some called bija or seed mantra, but they have exact meaning like Aim, Hreem, Kleem, Om, etc. They act directly on the nadis or nerve tubes of the astral body. Just like a string, sitar string, vibrates. So also these astral nadis vibrate. When you repeat the mantra, it creates a particular vibration in the astral nadis. They vibrate in the chakras along the spine, acting as subtle message, releasing blockage and allowing the Kundalini energy to flow more freely. In this, the name and form of the sound are merged and cannot be separated. There are also mantras that have meaning, which can be translated. These nirguna or abstract mantra also set up powerful vibrations in the body, but verbally assert union with the unmanifest pure consciousness that is in the para state. More common, however, is the deity mantra, in which a specific form with attributes is visualized along with the repetition of the sound, like Om Namah Shivaya, the particular visualization with Shiva. For example, a reclusive person bent on destroying his negative qualities would repeat a Shiva mantra. A family person whose ideal was to be loving and responsible husband or wife might meditate on the name of Rama. An individual who sees God as infinite, all-loving and even a little playful would build this quality in himself by repeating a Krishna mantra. The Yoga of Physics, which is a quotation from Frigate Capra. You already must know. You already know that, is it not that one? Yeah. I don't have to go into that. Okay, next please. Pardon? The Yoga of Physics, you have read that before?
Covered page 52 already.
What page I covered?
I just talked about it.
No, mantra, I know. I went to.
We started actually.
No, I only just said that we are only did not read any of this thing, but the quantum theory, etc. You already know that. Please read it if you want to get more time to go on that particular page. I'll go to 48, please. That's the final thing I'm going to give you now. Sound, the seed of all matter. In the beginning was the Word was God, and the Word was with God. The word of the Bible is the Shabda Brahman of the Hindu Tantra. Word, sound and mantra are integral part of Indian cosmology and cannot be separated from it. You already know by this time what it is. I already explained clearly. Taking cosmological principles out of the realm of theory, japa or mantra repetition put them to work in a pragmatic way. It's a path from microcosm to macrocosm. It is a vehicle that carries the individual back to the source. When you repeat God, it is Vaigari, and that image will form in the mental, and then you visualize it, and then go to finally to para state. Microcosm to macrocosm. In the beginning, Shakti, the unmanifest cosmos, pushed like an egg in the silent, motionless void. A mass of latent, undifferentiated energy. It contains the seed power of all the universes. It rests in the void, alternately flowering as the manifest, evolved cosmos, and then withdrawing itself in the dissolution pralaya. Through the eternity, like day and night, the universe alternately expands into matter and recedes into primal energy. I gave the example of the tulip flower and the tulip bulb. Tulip flower manifests and then withdraws and goes back in the latent state during the summer and winter. Again the new spring, another bulb comes up. So alternately flowering and withdrawing, and the energy is like that cosmic energy, that primordial energy manifests in the form of matter, that sky, etc., and then again withdraws back like the tulip flower, no more there, and unmanifest state again projects and withdraws. This is called evolution and dissolution. This process not only once happened, sometimes God created one fine morning and then goes on, but this like day and night happens in the cosmos, in the universe also. There's cosmic day and cosmic night, cosmic springs, cosmic summer, etc. throughout the eternity, like day and night, the universe alternates, expands into matter and recedes into primal energy. Now it's matter and the primal energy. The primal energy is the original sound, primal energy. So when the sound manifests, in the other side, other end of the spectrum of the sound, our primal energy is the matter. In the other end is, in between there are different categories this energy manifests, even as beings, human beings, animals, vegetables, stones, angels, semi-gods, demigods, apsaras, kindra, every type cells will be different ways this energy manifests through different manifestations. During the period of dissolution, Shakti, also known as the divine power or cosmic energy, lies quiescent. It is as the tulip is latent within the bulb. So this universe of names and forms, as we know, it lies enfolded in the Shakti. Just like in the tulip bulb, there is the flower yet to come, but you can't see it. Only at the springtime you will see her actual manifestation. Within its heart rests the three qualities, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, whose kaleidoscopic shifting permeates all aspects of the universe. You already know how the various gunas create intermingling of these three basic colors. Cosmic evolution proceeds from the unconscious, unmoving, unknowable and unmanifest to the conscious, moving, knowable and manifest microcosm. Underline that. That's very important. Cosmic evolution proceeds from the unconscious, unmoving, unknowable and unmanifest to the conscious, moving, knowable and manifest microcosm. Take example, the flower. This flower, few months ago, in fact even these leaves and these plants, etc. exist only in a seed state. Unmanifest, what else? Unconscious, because it has got no awareness is going to be even it's a flower. Unconscious, unmoving, it's only seed. You can't open the seed, you won't find anything is moving or any other color or shape. Unknowable, when you open the seed, you don't know what type of flower it contains inside. And unmanifest, if nothing is manifested, seed contains no trace of tree, flower, leaves or anything. It is absolutely unmanifest. And then from that state to the conscious, it's aware of its existence, moving. It's moving through the space. It was small, it's growing, moving. It's moving. Then knowable. Now you can see, before you could not see the seed, inside the seed, now you know it's a white flower. It's knowable and manifest microcosm. Same way with the universe also. Exactly. This microcosm, what I just explained here, the universe is macrocosm. On the other hand, human evolution is a return journey from the gross physical plane of the microcosm back to the absolute, return process. In one case, the force is centrifugal, in the other, centripetal. Now our forces are moving away from the source, from the Shiva, from the source I am, centrifugal, moving off. Now, mukti or liberation is centripetal. We are going towards the center, back where from we came. So one is evolution is centrifugal and dissolution is centripetal, going back. In tantric goal, sound as a vibration of undifferentiated intelligence is a catalyst that sets into motion the unfolding of the manifest cosmos. That thing which the catalyst, which takes the sound into, what is that? The three gunas were in equilibrium. Sattva, Rajas and at that time there is no, it is just like the tulip bulb lying without having any change. But what makes that tulip to make it into come into a flower, tulip bulb, eventually to come into tulip flower? There should be water, temperature and other conditions. And that's the catalyst which makes that hidden energy to manifest as a flower. Same thing, the sound energy, that Om, the cosmic energy which creates the Shabda Brahman, that biggest Big Bang, the original sound explosion, that soundless sound, Nada Brahman, that Nada Brahman suddenly creates the spandana, a kind of vibration, And this vibration makes these three gunas like yellow, orange, yellow, red and blue. When they are mixed together, different types of colors. Before they were all in equal state. So Sattva, Rajas and Tamas are disturbed there, and before the inertia could not move, Rajas is active because there is nothing to modify its motion, and Sattva was necessary to modify the motion of the Rajas, which is also not Sattva itself the purity, but itself is not mingled with Rajas and Tamas, so all are in equilibrium. There was no motion, and this sound energy, that original primal energy, is spandana, and there is a tremendous reaction, like various mixture of the oil and the gas and the mixed with the gas, the air and the fire, and suddenly there will be an explosion. The same thing, the cosmic explosion took place. That first cosmic vibration is called the Nada Brahma or Om. So, in tantric view, sound as vibration of undifferentiated intelligence. That sound is not something spoken sound. Undifferentiated intelligence is a catalyst that sets into motion the unfolding of the manifest cosmos. A final shudder disturbs the slumbering equilibrium of Shakti and arouses Rajas and the active principle to carry out the creation of the manifold universes. The causal vibration or the Shabda Brahman is undifferentiated sound, soundless sound. It is the wavelength of experience as God. That's called, in the beginning there was Word, and the Word was with God, Word is God. That is the original sound. This great cosmic vibration splits Shakti into two fields of magnetic force and projects it as two aspects, Nada and Bindu. As centrifugal positive male force, Bindu is the ground from which Nada operates. As centripetal negative female force, Nada unfolds the manifest universe that regards as father and mother aspects of the supreme power. The bifieldification of Shakti is a duality in unity, not a separation. This duality of force in the substratum of manifest Shakti actually provides the magnetic force holding together in a state of vibration the molecules of the physical world. So Nada and Bindu, when this tremendous primal energy splits this and it changes the whole energy into two states, Nada and Bindu, or Shiva and Shakti, or male force and female force, creative force. They are not, though appears to be two different, they are one and the same. One becomes centripetal to hold it, that is the center, like the nucleus, and electrons are the Shakti which revolves around the nucleus. So Shakti revolves, nucleus stays in the, but it is held by the power of the nucleus. Again, if you break the nucleus, there is again Shakti Shiva, you will see. That one is the neutrons, another is the neutrons and protons. In the nucleus contains both. What? Both protons as well as neutrons. And they are together, held together. So there is again, over that electron Shakti revolves. The same way the bifurious, these are the two different forces from that Shakti when it splits into two, Nada and Bindu. In Kundalini Yoga it is called Shiva and Shakti. In Japa Yoga it is called Nada and Bindu. And in Vedanta it is called Brahman and Maya. In Raja Yoga it is called Purusha and Shakti. In Bhakti Yoga, take for Krishna is called Krishna and Radha. Rama and so Shiva and Parvati. So it doesn't matter which way you go, these two forces there to have anything you need to see creation. And then what is immortality is unifying these two forces back. When they are separated, there will be one appears to be as universe, other appears to be as the Shiva or I am or Shakti or Purusha. But what is the liberation is uniting this. So centrifugal Shiva Shakti separate or Purusha and or Nada and Bindu. Nada means sound, Bindu means the substratum. So Nada plays on the substratum. Bindu means literally also a dot. Dot represents a nucleus. and nada is the electrons or revolving vibration. When I hit a tuning fork, what happens to tuning fork? Tuning fork oscillates, but also it fluctuates. So that motion is called, that vibration, the pulsation, and the sound is called nada. And the bindu is the what do you call the tuning fork. So these are the two forces. So you go into any form of yoga, you will see always the two types of forces. Through the medium of time-lapse photography, it is possible to watch a rosebud explode into full flower. Have you seen time-lapse photography of how a bud is opening? And of course it takes several days. But for us, merely looking at, you cannot see it is changing. After a few days only, it becomes big bud and the big flower opening. But in the time-lapse, slowly you can see each stage in a very fast motion and how it appears to be. Suddenly, within few minutes you see a full blossom, and then it fades, and all within few seconds. But the same process naturally takes place. We cannot see through our eyes because it takes moment by moment, it takes long time. So you cannot see this growth and the flowering and the dropping. Same thing, if you have the time-lapse photography you take of this universe from the beginning to end, and fast motion you play it, you see how that primal energy, suddenly there's an explosion, and the change in nada and bindu in two, and the bindus, the nada changes out in the form of universe, and the abyss as moving away like centrifugal force, the flower is opening up and the cosmos came up, and then cosmos slowly withdraws and dissolves, and then goes back and dissolves back into primal state. So the medium of the time-lapse photography, it is possible to watch a rosebud explode into full flower. Like a rosebud, the universe unfolds and expands. After the first differentiation containing the seed energy of the universe, the vibrating mass of energy continues differentiating and expanding as wavelengths. And that wavelengths in different stages is called Akasha, Vayu, Agni, water, all the five elements. That's called wavelength changes. That's called God created the universe in 6 stages. Is exactly what is mentioned in the Bible. God created the world in 6 stages. This is the thing. Because that cosmic expanding energy is going on changing its condition in 6 different stages. After the first differentiation continuing containing the seed energy of the universe, the vibrating mass of energy continues differentiating and expanding as wavelengths. By the 5th differentiation, the energy evolved on the gross plane with the creation of the 50 articulate sound or varnas, means color. Varna means also the word, the alphabet in Sanskrit is called varna. Now, that alphabet you learn, the 16 vowels and the consonants, etc., they are called varna. Varna means a color. That means each specific wavelength has got a particular color. Just like violet has got one particular wavelength, and indigo green. What's the difference between violet, indigo, green, blue, yellow, orange? It's only different wavelength. So each sound, what you repeat Sanskrit, is not a sound for the tantric point of view or yogic point of view or mantra point of view. It is a form of wave. And this differentiation coming because the 5th stage of the evolution of Shakti, it comes in the form of vibration, sound. That means from the para state you can't see it, the Paschimya and the Madhyama. Then from that onwards, from Madhyama and Vaihiri onwards, it starts explaining, it's forming in the form of color. And that's called Varna. And each Varna, the Varna color means wave again. They are not like mere color. When you say yellow means what is yellow? It is a wavelength. So Varna means it is a wavelength. So all the Sanskrit alphabet are the vibration of this Shakti in different wavelengths. That's what. And these are the basic wavelengths we can create with our vocal. A, I, E, U, U. You already learned 16 vowels. ka, cha, ta, tapa, and then the other things connected with that. So you know how that. So the combination of these basic waves, that makes the Sanskrit language. That is, a mantra cannot be translated or changed into, or anyone can create, because these wavelengths are permanently formed in the mind and the universe. So that's why the varnas are coming, or the Sanskrit letters are used, and Sanskrit repetition is not Sanskrit, because Sanskrit is natural vibration of your vocal cord, and that coming because of the mind, as the sound coming from the tabla originates in the, so the sound producing in the piano or harmonium, it comes in the, and then the hand operates to create that in the physical world. So through the vocal cord, the sound you can create is originated in the para state. That Shakti, when the Shakti separated, it came to the lower state, then that became the spoken mantra or spoken word. So this way how the Sanskrit alphabets are created. So by the fifth differentiation, the energies evolved on the gross plane with the creation of 50 articulate sounds or varnas. Varna means color, and all sounds have corresponding colors, vibrations in the invisible world. From the combination, sound means all the waves, like a violet, indigo, etc. They are the colors, but the various wavelengths. From the combination and permutations of these root sounds, that the Sanskrit root sound which you learn, the universe of forms is created. Sounds as physical vibrations are able to produce predictable forms. Combination of sounds produces complicated shapes. Experiments have demonstrated that notes produced by a certain instrument can trace out on a bed of sand definite geometrical figures. These are some of the experiments done on sound and various forms. In order to produce a particular form, a specific note at a particular pitch must be generated. Repetition of the exact note and the pitch creates a duplication of the form. Undergoing it, all the form of the physical world are the oscillating wavelength of the 50th primal sound in varying combinations. That is the 50 sounds you learn in your Sanskrit. Sound is the potential form, and form is sound made manifest. Sound is the potential form, and the form is sound made manifest. Again, this is the sound. Sound means energy, visible. Energy is visible, it is the form. And when you convert this into energy, which formula you use? E equal to mc squared. At that time, you don't see a form is as the energy. So sound in the visible form become form. Sound in the form in the subtle state become energy or sound. Sound is the potential form, and form is sound made manifest. Because of the oscillatory nature of the matter of mind as perceiver, the world of manifest force can only be experienced in distortion and as illusion. Because the oscillatory nature of the matter, now we can never find out what this matter is made up of. Because before you can find out, it has changed its nature. Because moment by moment it's changing. So we are never able to find out. Mind itself is fleeting, it's made up of matter, and it observes another matter which is also fleeting. So we are never able, that's why scientists are unable to find the ultimate truth. Scientific law always changes. Today it is the law, tomorrow they say that's wrong, the new law has come. So we have seen time immemorial that life laws are changing, because the laws are made by this mind at the present observation. So a person is only observing the red glass at one time, he will say, oh, everything is red. And another scientist will be looking through another glass, through yellow glass, and say, oh, everything is yellow. And another scientist will be looking through a microscope, you'll see everything is magnified, he will explain in a different way. Fragmented and fractured, the 50 basic sounds of Sanskrit which you already learned themselves have faded down the corridor of time and are lost to human memory. The Sanskrit language, however, is directly derived from them, and of all languages is the closest approximation. Mantras or sound powers evolved from the varnas of the 50 varnas which you heard now and revealed in Sanskrit syllables to the ancient sages. the next page. In the clear thought forms, it's all the same. So thought, that the 52, second paragraph. Thought and sound manifest in four fundamental states. Sound at one end, the spectrum, and the thought the other. Java meditation leads one from the lowest to the highest of these states. By hearing, the spoken word is dense audible sound as its maximum differentiation. That's the grossest state. It is thought translated into a coded state called language. As the spoken word, it is the most concrete state of thought that is spoken. In this first state, thought implies both name and form. The name is the same as the thought wave, and they cannot be separated. That is in the para state. You already know that by this time, already explained. When the word cat is pronounced, a form is visualized. The reverse is also true, however. The most abstract the words, such as God, the more difficult is conceptualization. The use of language calls for differentiation of thought into words. This process occurs during the second stage called Madhyama. So the mental prism, clouded by pre-concentration, impression and emotion and other limitations, the speaker or writer selects his words. They are translated back into thought by the listener or reader, whose mind in turn is clouded by his own ideas. The transmission of thought into language inevitably leads to confusion, which you already know all this up to this time. Is it not? Mm-hmm. Suppose for a moment that a computer is given the job of translating from English to Russian the sentence. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. And the translation the computer will give in Russian will be, again retranslated, it will be, ghost is willing, but the meat is raw. So from the computer's point of view, ghost and spirit are one thing. But in the human language, we know that when you use spirit and the ghost, in what context we are using, we can differentiate the context. So the computer cannot understand the difference, so that, spirit is willing and the flesh is weak. Well, if spirit is willing, spirit must be, retranslation must be, the ghost also, you can spirit and the ghost is willing, but meat is, they never heard in the computer language, flesh is weak. Flesh can be raw, flesh can be rotten, flesh can be putrefied, but never heard flesh is, so only can translate. Well, maybe flesh is, the closest language, the meat is, flesh is meat is raw. Now it brings any sense to that kind of translation? See, the human language, the words are there clearly. The computer can translate clearly according to word by word, but it brings a different type of meaning. That's why the difference in language too. So I can talk language about prana. My explanation of prana and understanding is different. When by that time I translate and code it and brought into a language to your English language, you understand and take it to your mind. Everything is completely like the translation. The meat is raw. That will be you translate eventually. This way the confusion exists. That's why the legal problems cannot be solved by argument, because it's all twist of the language and words. How they twist and how they translate it. The ghost is wishing, but the meat is raw. The mechanism of language is extremely crude and inadequate. Pachandi, the third state is visible sound, is telepathic state in which one can literally feel the form of thought. It is a universal level on which all thought takes place. Whether a person is English or Chinese, there is no differentiation of thought, name and form in this state. An Indian, Eskimo, German and Bantu can all look at the same flower and the experience of the flower, because whatever the language you speak, you look at the rose flower. How do you experience? How do you see? It is a beautiful flower. The color you see is the same color, and the experience of whatever the language you speak is the same. So in that Pachandi state, there is no differentiation at all. We all see the same way, speak the same way, understand the same way, experience the same way. This is called the Pachandi state. Para, the fourth and highest state is transcendental, formed in a particular wavelength. It is above all names and form, is unchanging, primal substratum of all language and pure energy or Shakti. As undifferentiated potential sound, it corresponds to Shabda Brahman, the divine vibration that unites all. Thought cannot be held at the first level of vocal or visual experience. Its vibration is too rapid. Even the lowest plane, in the telepathy state, it can travel anywhere instantly. In the transcendental state, everything merges together. This state of thought or vibration, which can be related in meditation, is commonly called God or sound or Nada Brahman.
What is the text that this description is in?
What's that?
What is the text that this description is in?
This text coming from?
Yeah.
Original text? Called Varnamala. In Sanskrit, one of the Sanskrit texts called Varnamala. Varna means, again, not color. But actually, Varna means Varnamala. Mala means garland. So, the Sanskrit, this particular thing called Varnamala is a Sanskrit text. You will see the explanation of this sound, signs of sound clearly there, which comes from the Varnamala. Signs of, I don't know how to translate it. Varna is literally translated being again like the flesh is weak, but the ghost is willing. The flesh is meat is raw, ghost is willing. That will be the translation if you try to translate Varnamala. Varna for ordinary literally means color, Mala means garland. Okay, then using sound vibration for meditation, which you can read and understand very easily, you already know already. Then initiation into mantra, which you can know and understand very easily. Then Japa meditation practice, and all this. Only things you must understand is 57, page 57, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth para. Every true mantra fulfills 6 conditions. This is why TM mantra, etc., we don't call it mantra, because they're all just concocted words. These are the 6 conditions must fulfill to have a mantra. It was originally revealed to a sage who achieved self-realization through it and passed it down to others. Just like the original Rishi who realized gravity. Who is the Rishi who realized gravity? What do you call him? Newton. So Newton is the father of gravity, and we call it, he is a Rishi. In Sanskrit we call him Rishi because through him we learn this particular energy and particular law. So when a sage meditates on certain deity and this has been revealed to him, that's why a particular Rishi is there for each mantra. In the time immemorial, from the first time, it's been revealed through that particular sage. Though the gravity was there before Newton discovered, but we understood only through that particular mind. So a Rishi is the mind which has been purified enough to penetrate this energy and reveals this particular form and mantra. So this is the first qualification. 2, it has got a presiding deity, and 3, a specific meter. If possible, it possesses a bija or a seed, investing it with a special power, that essence of the mantra. It also has dynamic divine power of Shakti. Lastly, there's a plug that conceals the pure consciousness hidden in the mantra. That's the power. And this can be only removed, this plug, by constant repetition. That's why several thousands of hours of meditation and repetition only can break this lock hidden in that. You can take a mantra of a scorpion mantra or a snake mantra from a book and repeat, you won't have any effect. First of all, it must be initiated by another person who has control over it, and then you must go on repeat for hours and hours and days and months to get the power of that mantra. That's why initiation is not sufficient, the sage is not sufficient, you also have to repeat to remove that lock. As soon as the plug is removed by constant prolonged repetition, pure consciousness is revealed and the devotee receives the vision of his deity. All devotees are really worshipping the same supreme Atman. Difference are only the difference in worshippers. This difference arises from the need for multiplicity and approach to Godhead. Various temperaments are attached to particular manifestation of the divine. Some people are drawn by silence, others by activity. Some lose themselves in nature, others in intelligent abstraction. One can approach God more easily if there is a compatible relation with most suitable manifestation. Harmony between aspirants and chosen deity is most essential. However, the goal will be reached only when one can see his chosen deity in all deities, in all beings. So if you are worshipping Krishna, you cannot only see Krishna only in the temple. You must see that Krishna in all beings and everything. And that's called ultimate purpose of any meditation. Okay, rest is all you can understand it. Now, just read, take 59 page, please. Now, just we are going to read the mantras. So you can see Sanskrit, you already know now. Not read from the English portion, just read from the Sanskrit directly. The first one.
Could you explain meter very quickly? What you exactly mean by meter? That's the sort of
Yeah. O, A, U, M, and then mantras like a Trayambakam. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Sugamiva Bandhanat Mrityo Mukshiyamamrita. Some of the Vedic chants, even I'll make mistake also because I myself don't know all the meters. Because that's a Vedic chants. Samavedas are very difficult because these people are from childhood onwards learn to repeat and the meter should be so perfectly pronounced. You see. I know only the basic things, I don't know myself. Even when I repeat Shri Suttam, Krishna Suttam, Om Shamjame, Ashtamema, and Anagamashtame, Gamashtame, Pasurashtame, and then Om the Devi Suttam, Om Shri Mahalishme, Vishmehe, Vishnu Pachintime, Tanno, Lishmi Prajodayade, Om Shamdi. So each one has got a specific way. One Shah and Shah. Even the Shah, sometimes we have to Shan. So it is so complicated meter. I am not quite adept in any of these type of meters. In fact, I don't have any musical talent. So even for the ordinary musical people find it difficult. And this Vedic chanting should have extremely high. That's for the meter there. But ordinary mantra like Om Namah Shivaya, etc., you don't have to worry about too much meter because it's more natural, you see. Okay, mantra for japa. First one, read it now. That's all we have last lesson on the Japa Yoga. Om Sri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Om Sri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Om Sri Mahaganapataye Namaha. Second, Om Namah Shivaya. Third, Om Namo Narayanaya. Fourth, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Five, Hari Om. Six, Om Sri Ramaya Namaha. It's not Ramaya, it is Ramaya Namaha. Seven, Om Shri Durgayai Namaha. Eight, Om Shri Mahalakshmiyai Namaha. Nine, Om Aim Saraswatyai Namaha. 10, Om Shri Mahakalikayai Namaha. 11, Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. 12, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Thank you, not Hare Hare. Okay. 13, Om Shri Rama, Rama Jayam, Rama Jaya, Sri Rama Jaya, Rama Jaya, Jaya Ram, Sri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. Sri Ram, Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram. 14, Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame, Sahasranam Tulyam Rama Nama Varanane. Come on, read, look at that, it's all there. Come on, Shri Rama Rama Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame, Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. This is, if you repeat this one mantra, it's equal to repeating 1,000 times of Rama's name. It's very powerful. This mantra cures gossiping and backbiting and makes up for time lost in idle chit chat. Yeah. Next is 15.
Is there a mistake in that?
Yeah?
In the first Rama is Rame?
Rame, Sri Rama Rama Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame. No.
Rame.
Rame. Rame Rame. Rame. Right.
But both of them are Rame.
No, Rame, that is Rame. Rame, the I is there. That one still be there. Just look into that, you find it. Okay, 15. Om Trayambagam Yajamahe Gandhim Pushtivardhanam Urva Yukamiva Bandhanat Mutyor Mukshiya Mamritat. 16. Om Namostude Mahayogin Prapanna Manushasati. Sorry, Prapanna Manushati Mam Yatha Tvacharanam Bhoje Vetihi Syat Sadhana Payini. Okay, now the various pictures that you can see, and then come back to the Gayatri Mantra. Om 71, page 7. Bhur Bhuvaha Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prajotayat. Om, once more I repeat. Om Bhur-bhuvaswa Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prajotayat. Then Om Ekadandaya Vitmahe Ekadandaya Vitmahe Vaktatundaya Dhimahi Tanno Dandit Prajodayat. Here the meter comes here. Om Ekadandaya Vitmahe Vaktatundaya Dhimahi Tanno Dandit Prajodayat. That's why the meter comes up there. Next Gayatri. Om Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanno Vishnu Prajodayat. Next is Om is that O that is written not like the usual Om. Here it is written A Om separately. You say A O U-M. Om, just so that people will pronounce it properly. That's what it's written Om in that way. How to pronounce it O? O, Om, Om. See? Third, Om, Tat Purushaya Vitmahe, Sahasrakshaya, Mahadevaya, Dhimahi, Tanno Rudra Prajotayat. Fourth, Om Dasharathe Vitmahe Mahadurgaya Mahadurgayai Dhimahi. No, there's a mistake in there. That is not right. No, see that in Sanskrit there's a mistake. It is Sita Vallabhaya Dhimahi. You see in the English version it's right. In Sanskrit version it's wrong. You see that printing. It's not Mahadurga, that's a difference. Sita Vallabhaya. Read the English version on that. And then correct it on the top. Om Dasharadhaya Vitmahe Sita Vallabhaya. But in Sanskrit it's called Mahadurga, it's wrong, you see. So that where Mahadurga place you must come Sita Vallabhaya. So you can just put an arrow, so later on you can rewrite it there, you see, correct it. Tanno Rama Prajodayat. Fifth, Om Devaki Nandanaya Vidmahe वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो कृष्ण प्रचोदयात् ओम कात्यायन्यै विद्महे कन्याकुमारैः धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गा प्रचोदयात् 7 ओम महादेवी च विद्महे विष्णुपत्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात् ओम वाग्देवी च विद्महे कामराजाय धीमहि तन्नो देवी प्रचोदयात् ओम सर्वसमोहिन्यै विद्महे विश्वजनन्यै धीमहि तन्नः शक्ति प्रचोदयात् ओम गुरुदेवाय विद्महे परब्रह्मणे धीमहि तन्नो गुरुः प्रचोदयात् ओम भास्कराय विद्महे महाद्युतिकराय धीमहि तन्न आदित्यः प्रचोदयात्. Then Nirguna mantras and then abstract mantras, page 75. Soham. See how it is. Soham is written. See, so aham. You see, aham. See how that. You can see now. This you can clearly see how the aham, soham, shivoham, or soham. So when it is written soham, it is written, and so aham. Soham. Aham Brahmasmi. Sometimes you see I is written in a different way in printed. You see, it is not like the usual way you written. Can you see the Aham A? So in this way, sometimes you see in different places I is written in different ways also. You see, so you have to distinguish that. But that's Aham. Aham Brahmasmi. Third, Tat Tvamasi. Om. Now Bija Mantra. Now this Bija Mantra should be pronounced very clearly. I will repeat 3 times each. But you already know how to pronounce it because Sanskrit already you know. Without proper pronunciation Sanskrit you will never get this Bija Mantra on the right pronunciation. But you already know the alphabet properly. Then you will have no problem at all. You see. Okay, repeat 3 times each. Bija Mantra. Mystic seed letters. These are very powerful, but repeated will be very correct without any. How. You don't look at English, only look at the Sanskrit, then only you get the right pronunciation. If you look at the Sanskrit English, you will not get it. Second, dum. Ta. First three, repeat. Ta. Dental, is it not? Ta. Third is da. And that's called. So it's dental. So you know how to use that proper way, the proper color, way to get it. You must repeat that. Dum. Next is cream. That's first ka. So cream. Next is fourth. Ha. That is the ha. Cha, sha, sa, ha. So ha, kha, cream. So cream. 5. Shreem. Now you see, when you see that many of the TM people repeat this Bija Mantra, Shreem, they call it Shringi. Shringi, they will call it. Cream becomes Kringi. Cream brings Kringi. Hongi. So they just change everything. They do not exactly mean an entire meaning and the wavelength and the pattern is changed. So now you can see whenever they say in 3 mantras, that's why they say don't tell your mantra to anybody, because when they repeat they know that it is completely mispronunciation. So the Maharshi is afraid, so they say don't tell your mantra to anybody, you see. And these are the Bija mantras which Maharshi says don't tell your mantras. These are all here, okay? And see how to repeat properly too, because you know the Sanskrit alphabet, repeat properly. Shreem, Shreem, Shreem. Next is Aim. You can easily understand. Aim. And they call it Aingi, they will repeat. Aim. Next is 7. Clean. The ik, la, you know, half ka and la. Clean. 8. Whom. It's not whom, it is whom. 9. Gum. Ka, ga. The third ga, you see? Gum. Don't look at English at all. Gum. 10 is gloom. You see, half ga, the same ga up, and then la, low, lum, gloom. 11. Shroud. So you got the important, very important Bija mantras also, you know how to pronounce it. Yes.
What is this two signs above the
Where? Om. Yeah. That is just like the Om. It is actually, when you write Om, you see that that's why it's more respect is given. So to just show them, it is called a Nada and Bindu. See, that present is Nada and the Bindu is the dot. In Om, when you write it, you see. When you write Om,
so it doesn't have a sound.
See, this got Bindu, dot, this is Nada. Om, this represents waking, dream, deep sleep. This is transcendental state, and that is and Swara. So that's what is written there. It is in the whom, ha, who. That this is written. Instead of merely putting a dot, Bindu, it's just so it is also contains Nada and Bindu, Shiva and Shakti, because that's only to show that. Okay. Huh?
The Gayatri mantras that are used in the different deities.
Yeah, different yeah.
What's just basically the difference between
I know that is because people who are devotee of Lord Shiva, if they want to repeat, they use also their main mantra is Om Namah Shivaya, so they take Shiva Gayatri. If some people want to have worship Krishna, they repeat Om Namah Shivaya, also they repeat sometimes the Krishna Gayatri for worship and so forth, you see. When they offer flowers or these things or water, they repeat the Gayatri and offer water to the Lord, you see. Okay. This Yoga is finished too.
As one person, 1 month comes repeating after.
Pardon?
One in the Om I'm cream. Is it cream or cream?
Cream.
Cream or cream?
Cream. I'm cream. That's what you saw. Hara cream. You can look into that Bija mantra. Look into the Bija mantra. I'll show you. The 4th. Om. I'm is the 6th one. Cream is the 4th. And then clean is the 7th. Did you see that? Aim is the 6th, cream 4th, 7th, clean. Aim, cream, clean. 6, 4, and 7. Okay. Thank you all. I think that is brought us to para state. Para state means there is no more name, form, time, space, all merged. Now what we know? Nothing. Put the lights out.
physical motion of the body. You all know how to do bandhas and bhastriya. This can help you a great deal to get the prana into the central nervous system, the sushumna. I'll explain a little bit theory when I discuss also with the nervous system. We don't have much time today, but we'll try as much as possible to finish the two aspects of physiology. It's the one more organic foodstuff. We discussed about protein and carbohydrate. Now we have to discuss the fat. It's also very important. Then you get the all three basic compounds and how it affects your system, your health as well as your sickness. Then one important thing is to finish is the nervous system. Then you have a complete picture of how the pranayama is interrelated with your physical and the psychic nervous system. We'll try both to finish it by today. I don't know when, but we will. Somehow we'll reach there. And then only the two more, Karma Yoga and Kundalini Yoga, we'll just touch up with a little bit biofeedback to understand also the relationship between your nervous system and your meditation and the modern, what you call the electronic meditation. I call it electronic meditation. To get all these things in one day is going to be very tough and difficult. We may have to take quite a lot of time here, but we have to sit and finish this somehow. Whatever I can, I do my level best to finish it today. So you all will be free, and they also will be free. It's a mutual, is it not? Okay. So first, before I go to the Shakti Jalini, there's only one pranayama I want to teach you. And then when I discuss about the nervous system, you will get the relationship. Okay, then you understand why it has been performed. Okay. First, 2 rounds of Kapalabhati universal practice and 10 rounds of alternate breathing universal practice bandhas. Before you go to Bhastrika or Shakti Chalana or any other advanced breathing, you must have control over this nerve impulse, afferent or motor and sensory impulses, and that smoothen these impulses going in and out properly. So just practice 2 rounds of Kapalabhati and 10 rounds of alternate breathing with bandhas. Then I will go to Bhastrika. Okay? Put the lights out, please, everybody. Put the lights out. Reach all the muscles of your respiratory muscles. Powerful impulse will send to the maximum contraction, and then we do 15 pumping. At the end, you contract and pull up the energy consciously to the central nervous system, Sushumna, and bring up to the Ajna chakra. But you apply both bandhas. In fact, third bandha, contraction of the abdomen, the Uddiyana bandha, all 3 bandhas simultaneously we apply now. Okay? Inhale, I'll give you the caution. 15 expression. Exhale. See that? This is the way it should be done. It must be done forceful. Okay, wait. Okay. Inhale. Wait. Inhale, and you see, everything is simultaneously pushing in with powerful impulses. So your impulse is going to the diaphragm and intercostal, the major respiratory muscles simultaneously. So, forceful. Okay. Inhale. Now, just 5 expressions is sufficient, but use the maximum force possible, just 5 expressions. Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Once more, inhale. Okay, once more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Not the shoulder. You are using the wrong muscle. Inhale. Not the shoulder. Never use the shoulder up or down. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stop here and here, not here. Nothing to do with here. Inhale. Okay. The impulse is not sufficient. Once more. Inhale. Okay. Forcibly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Now inhale. Hold the breath, apply both the bandhas and lock. All the bandhas, apply maximum application of the bandhas, and especially the Mula bandha. Contraction must be full as much as possible. Exhale. This time we are going to again once more fight to get that proper control. End of the retention, you apply bandhas, use your fingers also to get full control over the, otherwise your bandha will not be completely perfect. Your Jalandhara bandha will not be completely perfect. So try to apply your control of the nostrils along with your chin lock. Okay, inhale. Just only 5 times we are going, 5 pumping only. But use every bit of your energy you can have. Inhale. Exhale. Not dropping. Don't drop. Start here. Don't, nothing to do with here. Inhale. Exhale. Again, inhale. More powerful. Exhale. Once more, inhale. Once more, exhale. Now inhale, apply bandhas and locks and locks. Hold it, every part, locks. Apply all the locks now. Hold your nostrils also to get perfect control over. Use your hands to block the nostrils. Be careful. No. Okay, it's hot. Okay. You better ask him not to sit near any temple. He's going to get hurt. Move it from the wall or from anything.
Away from the steps.
Huh? Okay. First of all, let him come here near me, please. Okay. Huh? Did you get hurt? You come here. You get hurt? Where? Open mouth. Okay. So, be careful with this. Your body can jump off from you. You'll have no control. Uncontrollable conditions will come. Don't do it near any place where your head can get hit. You're okay now? No? Okay, just don't do it today. Just wait for that until you want to do it. Okay, just wait. You understand this? Yes. And your body can fly off when the bandhas properly applied. So many reactions will take place in the central nervous system and your physical and astral body. I only gave this because I'm sure that you are practicing for so many days now, for more than a month, almost a month. Intense pranayama, you are practicing the cleansing and the diet, etc. So I'm giving. If anyone has got any doubt, please don't. Just practice the rest of the pranayama. Just only This you learn the technique, but don't apply until another 3, 4, 6 months. Then you can apply that. But your body can really move up, jump, and fall far, far away. You may not even aware of it. Your body will go into kind of conversion. It's something like an kind of, from the outside point of view, it looks like an epileptic kind of seizure. But don't worry about it. There's nothing danger. Except the only danger is hitting any hard surface, falling. And you fall down, suddenly move forward or backward and hit, go backward. You get it. This is in the beginning stage. You'll get this as the prana start entering into the new channels. The blocks are still not completely perfect. Until the blocks get properly, fully perfected, and the prana start moving into the sushumna. Until that, sometimes you get these reactions. So be careful about it. That's all. Okay? You just don't do it now. Okay? Well, sit there. I'll tell you when you can start. Okay? Just learn and watch everything what you are doing. Okay? Please see that your head will not get hit in any place. Inhale.
Another thing is chest pain. Is there any chest pain? If there's any chest pains with
chest pain, that means your contraction, you are using too much on upper shoulder. You are not in proper muscles, that's why. That even before you had, I saw that you are breathing wrongly because of your raising the shoulders. But even the Bhastrika, even Kapalabhati time I watched, you see.
That was at the end I was going to do it.
But even end or beginning, that means that habit is created, that you are not unconsciously, you are still lifting your shoulder muscles up during the Bhastrika I was watching. You got that tendency that you must avoid completely. So practice more Kapalabhati and get the control over that, and don't just go back to that. So just learn the technique. I am teaching this only a technique, not for you to practice immediately. Wait for another 2-3 months if you want, unless you are quite sure of it. Because I told you the reaction can be very powerful, and sometimes if you are not careful with your diet, etc., can be not very pleasant at all. If it's good, that all the nadis are purified, you see immense joy and the peace when the prana goes up. You can feel it, you can experience it. You have tremendous strength over your sexual energy, from your control over your sensory perceptions and so forth. All this will come. But remember, purification is most important. That's why alternate breathing, more you have to practice to purify. Okay, one more round I'll give. So, you can slightly move your body if you want. See, the slight motion will be there because of, but not the shoulder. But this only slight, but control as much as possible the area here, you see. Okay, inhale, again 5 times only. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, now pull up the energy and apply the lock perfectly. The lock should be complete and perfect. No losing in any of these locks. Exhale. Now, we are going to do this thing called Shakti Chalini. Shakti means, you know, that Kundalini Shakti. Chalini. Chala means it is being forced to move. That means it is in a state of dormant state, this energy. If at all it functions only through our physical system, not going into the finer nadis or central nadis. can increase the volume if you want it to, because I don't want anything here. So anyhow, you can leave it there. So Shakti Chalana is motion. You create a motion in the Shakti. For this we are using the physical breathing, pranayama, that is controlling of the prana and apana, by using the bandhas or all the three laws, plus your intense concentration, and finally the motion of your body to get a special effect on that on the lower chakra where the kundalini is dormant. You have to actually strike your body by lifting while doing what you just now did exactly at the end of the Bhaskriya. Only your hand will be holding this. But bandhas will be perfect, and then you strike. First, you learn the striking 5 times. Lift up your body and strike down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that is the one section of it. That type of striking at that area where the Mooladhara chakra or the end of the spinal cord